All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow Pandemonium travelers, this is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown Day 425, I think. So what's going on? What's going down? We've got, well, things are getting spicy in the Pacific Northwest, let me tell you. It's getting spicy out here. But I think we're gonna see a general uptick in crime and homicides, violent crimes, etc. over the whole country, really, especially this summer when things start getting hot. But what's going on? Like, in the webosphere, what the stories I'm tracking, I've got, what is it, House Rep? Is she Rep? She's not a senator. House Rep Cori Bush. Is this a black woman? With Rep Fielding, a citizen, about black women's health care. Now, we can all be reproductive health care, if you will. We can all care about these issues because, this matters. Like, people die, and babies die, and this all matters. What are you doing? Stop crossing Aurora on foot when there's not a crossing. God. Anyways, the way it was framed was like womb havers. I'm not kidding. It was people who have wombs, or reproductive persons. Is that what I forget what the term was exactly. It was absurd. It was like reproductive people, and it was just kind of like, I don't have a sister, okay? I've had female cousins. I have female cousins and female aunts, and, obviously I have a mother. And to take my female cousins who I knew when we were like 8, and then advance to now when they've become like wives and mothers, in some sense, some of them are even like grandmothers at this point because I'm old, to say they're not women, like they are reproductive persons or like womb havers, there's something bizarre about this. It's like me being like, I'm a feminist, but I'm a Christopher Hitchens feminist, saying like women aren't women, or that like men can just be women, seems incredibly offensive to me, in the same sense that saying that a woman can be a man, sorry Caitlin, you didn't experience being me your whole life. You experienced being a woman, let's say, if you're a trans woman. You experienced being a woman, and then you thought, this isn't for me. I'm gonna get surgeries and hormones and things, and then I'll be a man. No, you aren't. I understand this is like a sort of constructivist approach, but no, you are not. You are not me having to basically get in fist fights in school with other boys because that's what boys did. You're not me being anxious about talking to girls because I thought they were pretty and I was afraid of rejection. You might have had that experience, but that's not because you are actually like a man inside of the wrong body. That's not what you are. I understand this could probably get my YouTube channel blocked, but I'm serious. I'm talking about this. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. Like, If a man cuts his genitalia off, gets some breast implants, changes his wardrobe, puts on cosmetics, and wants to be a man, or rather be a woman, that doesn't suddenly make you a woman. You didn't have your first menses. You didn't have your first time having, like, men leer at you. Like, these are sort of like, I'm highlighting maybe some negative experiences. These are like kind of like negative experiences you have becoming a person. And just because you want to like shapeshift and become some other thing doesn't make you that. Okay? I am not a fireman. I understand the dynamics of putting out a fire and like why we do that, and like I could maybe become a firefighter. But I'm not a firefighter now, and if I just put on some firefighter's clothing and carry an axe and have a Dalmatian with me, doesn't make me a firefighter. Okay? Like, there's a bunch of analogies, and, analogies aren't arguments, but I'm trying to be honest here with how I feel about what everyone's doing with, again, the thing with the transgender issues and all this is, I feel like, one, it detracts from the real world, from real people. When we're talking about female healthcare, we're not talking about trans people's healthcare. We're talking about women, your sister, your cousin, your mother. They have ovaries. A trans woman is a man who doesn't have ovaries. We're not talking about ovarian cancer in people who don't have ovaries. We're talking about ovarian cancer in women who have ovaries. This is like a bizarre. It's so bizarre. It's like it's like feminism imploding. Quite frankly, it's like no longer is feminism about women. Feminism is about men who say they're women, and that's the key issue. That's the most important thing that we can talk about. Not women getting HPV. Like, in their vaginas, because they're vagina havers. They are women who have vaginas, and that's their issue. The same way women don't directly need to worry about prostate cancer. You need to worry about prostate cancer in men that you care about, because the men have prostates, and the prostate can get cancer, and you should worry about that. Like, this sounds insane. Like, the fact that I have to, like, kind of issue disclaimers about this stuff, it is insane that we're doing this, and we have, like, a medical establishment that's kind of, like, supporting this, and, like, I'm not trying to denigrate trans people. I get it. If you think I'm in the wrong body, and I would like the world to treat me a different way, and if I have to present myself a different way in order to be treated differently, then so be it, right? If you feel that way, and you see like it's a pipeline. A pipeline? There's a series of steps. I change my name. I say present with secondary, gender characteristics. I grow my hair out. I behave more feminine or more masculine in the inverse sense. And then people will treat me the way that I want to be treated. Okay. Well, I'll give you an analogy, or not a dichotomy. It's an analogy. If you want to be treated, whoa. See, that dude was trying to present as Moby. I don't know if you saw that, but that dude was definitely trying to present as Moby. Is Moby a gender? It is now. If as a man you want to be treated with respect and like deference just by walking in a room, be fit and well dressed. I don't know about being handsome. That's kind of that's a little deeper vanity kind of thing. You gotta trim your beard, have a beard, no beard, whatever it is works for your punum. have a wardrobe, get your suits tailored, work out, lift weights, be muscular, be imposing, be attractive, and you will be treated like an attractive man, which is interesting. I've been treated like an attractive man because I'm relatively attractive. But you have to do work to be that person, okay? Now, to our transgendered people, you got to do work if you want to be accepted and as that thing. I know that a lot of them know this, because we require work of people to demonstrate their gender, right? Like, dudes are supposed to be kind of gruff, be kind of fit, be strong, be masculine. Like, it's sort of, it's demanded of you. To not do it's okay to not do it, but you gotta be like Prince or something. Like, you gotta fill some other niche, in order to not be a sort of overtly masculine person, right? You can make it work, but this is what I'm saying. You can be RuPaul or something, but RuPaul's RuPaul. That's not you. That's not you now in the world trying to, like, get people to accept you. And this is, I'm talking as, like, a sort of, a former juggalo. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, there's a way to get accepted into society and have people kind of, like, cooperate with your existence. But, like, again, going around getting people fired from their jobs because they don't know all the most up-to-date issues about trans identity and your individual, like, identity and everything, that's not it. Like, that will alienate people and make them think that you're just psychopaths, which, you know, if your behavior is psychopathic, then maybe you are. So, I don't know. I say all that to say, I feel like I understand the transgender issues. I really do, and I feel for transgender people. If you feel like you're in the wrong, like your person is wrong, I mean, I honestly, I don't really know what to tell you. Like that's incredibly unpleasant, you know? Like, unpleasant doesn't really suffice to describe. Oh, no, you're going that way. Okay. Oh, I hate your guts so much. Dude, what are you... Jesus Christ. My God. So, yeah. I, disrupted by traffic there. I feel like I understand, you know, I understand trans people's struggle with trying to, like, you know, exist and like, you know, the world is not set up in your favor. Like, if you're transgendered, like, or you, how would I put it? If you feel like you're, you know, you're in the wrong body, like, the world is not set up in your favor. The world is set up for, I've adopted the language of my oppressors, heteronormative behaviors and preferences. Like, the world is set up for basically men and women to hook up with each other and make families and make babies and make a new generation, and perpetuate civilization. Civilization doesn't operate off of homosexual behavior or transgender identity. It simply doesn't. Like, you're essentially an evolutionary cul-de-sac in that, I mean, I'm not saying that's not you, that you're not being your true self, but if you're not reproducing, then your line ends with you. And I know that's kind of a black pill, you know, dark pill kind of thing, but, like, it's the truth. Now, gender identity, I'm not saying that's a genetic thing, that it's, some sort of genetic issue. I guess it might be. Do we know that? I don't know. Let me know if we know that or not. But yeah, like it's a phenomenon that has been with us throughout time. Non-conforming people, probably romanticized a little bit by modern, gender, gender studies people. But it has been a thing for a long time, and we have to figure out how to exist with this. Both people who are, I don't want to say suffering. I'm not saying suffering. I'm saying people who feel this way, and people who don't, and us trying to reconcile these two kind of universes that exist in the same space-time but are kind of in conflict with one another. I don't know. That's just some of my thoughts for a Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.